Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Old Guy Farm Single Player Challenge. This is the last game day of autumn, and we have no grass to cut. Hey Northeast Rail, hey Eli. So we did a little bit of a test yesterday in the stream right before we closed out. Hey Mark, how you doing? And what we found out was that we have zero grass to cut at this point. I was kind of hoping we would have 3 cuttings off of our big field, but that's not going to work out. So we're kind of going to have to step back and punt a little bit, but that's okay. We've got a decent price on wood chips, so we're going to go ahead and sell our grass stuff, buy us up a tipper, buy up our Pottinger autoloader, my favorite way of picking up wood chips, and we're just going to pick up wood chips today. Plus, it's kind of junky weather, so nothing better to do than go around and play with wood chips. So, we've got 6 bales. I'm not really sure where the bales came from. I guess they were the last little bit of bales to be picked up. So we'll go ahead and take these bales on up and drop them off. And then, like I said, we're going to take all of our stuff up and sell it. Pick up a tipper, pick up the Pottinger autoloader. And we're just going to drive around and pick up wood chips today. I see you're back from vacation, Northeast Rail. That was quite the trip. Seems like you've been gone for like, I don't know, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Oh, we missed our turn. We do have 2 days of snow, day 2 and day 3 of winter. So day 3 of winter happens to coincide with when we want to sell all these silage bales. So I'm trying to come up with some strategies on basically what we're going to do to allow us to possibly get around if we've got some bad weather. I've got a couple ideas on maybe snow removal ideas if we need to do that. I do think, hey Henry, how are you doing? I do think I'm going to pick up a different trailer, one that has a little better autoload pickup on it to do the selling, simply because this one is such a pain to autoload, given its narrow grab distance. And I found a flatbed trailer that holds 40 round bales, so it's not too much of a drop in production to sell 40 at a time versus 42. So how's everybody's day been? That poor baler just does not quite fit on this trailer. We got quite a line of traffic here. Oh, of course, you're not going to be able to get pulled out. Oh, what idiots. Traffic. We have nighttime through town. I don't think we've been through town too often at dark. It's pretty nice looking. All the houses are nicely lit up. Fair number of townsfolk just walking around the park in the early morning. And again, we got those blinking lights. I've not seen those lights blink on any other map. I wish they would, wish more maps would incorporate misfunctioning streetlights. That would be pretty cool. Alright, let's sell some stuff. So, follow C stopped, leader vanished. That's pretty, I'm sorry, that's funny. Alright, we're going to use our road train, because this tipper holds 40,000 liters. 40,000, 40,000. Because it's either that or it's this one again, 35. We go with this one, 59,000 liters. Although I like this one. Alright, we're going to lease this one up. Then we're going to go over here to miscellaneous, I think's where it is. Pottinger, we're going to lease that up. Then we're going to go here and have the Pottinger reset. Alright. So we're going to leave the trailer here, because when we buy our when we go and buy our forestry equipment, we'll want to drive the ergo around. Okay, Northeast Rail, your school starts up to in a couple days. Well, we are nearly done the challenge. In fact, this Sunday will be the last challenge episode. We will then be officially done. Alright. Let's go here and pick up our Pottinger. Oh. All right. I need to check on the fuel level of our truck and then probably return that service trailer. We don't need to service anything else anymore. The only thing we might need it for is to refuel. So if we return it, we'll save about $170 a day or so. Hey Darren, how are you doing? So you're up to, you only have 21 days of spring left. Get my targeting laser out. And we'll just shoot this in here. Hey, come on. There we go. Alright, quick work of that pile. Alright, let's go ahead and run down here and pick up the rest of these wood chips. We've got a couple piles down here at the saw area where we were last time. Oh wow, so how long is a train ride from Florida to Boston? That sounds interesting. Do you know what cities you, well you probably travel through a ton of cities in Virginia, but there is an Amtrak station that comes through with the town I'm in. Be interested to know if you're flying through. Yeah, Darren, I think the biggest thing with 24 seasons is to pace yourself and kind of come up with a speed that works to where you take about 24 days to do everything you need to get done. $29. Alright, let's Alright, let's back up here a little bit. Alright, that's a go for there. Hey Kyle, how are you doing? Do you know if you'll be coming up the eastern part of the state or the western part of the state? All right. Next pile. Not too many here, but go ahead and get this trailer full. That's right. Nagas Valley has the corn instead of well, the corn as an alternate, I should say, for cows. And the new beta map, the Upper Mississippi River Valley map, the mod group has shown off. They've got something called fermenter's corn or something. Oh, we're full. So let's turn this off. So that map has something called fermenter's corn that they use as a silage alternative for food for cows. And what you do is they have an ethanol plant that you can use as a buy point or a sell point for corn. Or if you run it through a different part of the ethanol plant, you can use it to produce this distiller's corn. And then you can pull distiller's corn out of the ethanol plant and feed your cows this corn, which is basically and it goes in the silage slash hay category. If you're coming up the eastern part of the state, then you're not going to be coming through where I am. I'm on the western side of the state. So today won't be a huge money-making day, but we will be picking up the wood chips that we collected, or that we piled up last winter that we just never got around to collecting. Look at the forecast. We got rain for tomorrow, then snow, then sun, then rain. So we've got a pretty wet winter. Of course, that snow that rain could maybe change. There's no guarantee that we'll definitely get rain tomorrow. Last time I looked, the map wasn't up. That was this morning. $10,000 isn't bad for a load of wood chips. So there's a Flegel trailer like this that has that you can get with the Mack wheels to match this truck. And I was using that tipper on another map, and I had a problem with crop disappearing in the darn thing. I would fill it full, and then I'd take the tipper to a sell point, and I'd go to tip it, and basically it would be empty, and I wouldn't get any money. So I was like, that's not cool. So stopped using that. But yeah, this tipper and this truck, they seem to, I don't know, they seem to go together visually, at least for me. 29 hours. Is that like a, do they stop a lot? Or is that kind of like a straight through shot? So this particular loader, you got to aim. Gives a little more fun than the ones that auto aim. Alright, let's get over here to this big old pile here. This shouldn't take too long to shoot into there. Stop at every 15 miles. That's a lot of stopping. I've thought about taking a train before, but one time I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's like a whole lot longer than driving. And it wasn't really that cheap either. I'm making it look funnier. I don't know how I'm... Is this somehow funny? Shooting wood chips in the trailer with this contraption is funny. Hey Fabio, how you doing? Just take out that street sign. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm making this more fun than it is. The autoloader, the Pottinger autoloader is fun to play with. I have a trackball, which I use instead of a mouse. I think it makes aiming the autoloader a lot easier because you can just flick your thumb and it just rotates around. So I could see maybe where it would be a more of a struggle with a mouse. So yes, the let's see what we get for this load. Does look like there's going to be several new mods coming out here in this short little bit. The anxiously awaited West Coast 8600, still not too bad for a pile of wood chips that we wouldn't have gotten anything from. But as some fellow competitors have said, that the time that they spend in collecting wood chips could be better spent in cutting logs, which to some degree they're correct. Yeah, I've got a steering wheel, although I would say half the time I end up driving with the keyboard. But right now I'm using the wheel. Usually I'm using a wheel when I'm in cab, and when I'm out of cab I end up using the keyboard. The laser targeting laser is a part of the autoloader mod, the Pottinger mod. You can turn the laser on or off. So when we get back down here, I'll show it to you in a little better detail. Oh, I cut the corner a little short, but anyway. Leave that running. Alright, so we have turn on the autoloader. We turn off the marker laser. Turn it on. This thing pretty much picks up anything that's on the ground. But you do need to aim it, so whoa. So it works best if you kind of use it like a conveyor, where you back up to whatever you're picking up and just let it pick up. The Pottinger itself has a small capacity of 100 liters, so it can do snow. Pretty much it can do anything. Let's look at it in the store real fast. So it's right here. Pretty much does everything that you can tip on the ground, including snow. As Darren pointed out, it's over at the PCSG website. It's called the Pottinger Autoloader by the fabulous mod author Farmer Andy, who is also the mod author of the Cote Universal Pack. The wonderful map Hoff Bergman is his creation as well. Now for snow, if you're you can shoot snow in a tipper easy enough, just like we're shooting wood chips. But if you want to use it to kind of blow snow out of the way, then you need to use the unload here function. But it works wonderful for manure piles. This would be a lot better if I had a front 3-point hitch. Hooking it up backwards on the rear is a little counterintuitive to drive it around. I haven't had a chance to do much on Mountain Valley, actually, Kyle. With between this and the 24 days map that I started. I'm kind of in the middle of winter on Mountain Valley, and the only thing I got to do is logging. Given the amount of logging that I was doing on this, I was kind of getting a little burned out on logging, so I haven't messed with it too much. Alright, that's 3 loads. After this series is over, I still live stream? I will do some live streaming. It won't be near as much live streaming, but I will do some. I've been thinking about that and thinking about a schedule, and I'll probably set up some type of a hopeful schedule where I have certain days of the week where I do streams. There are some things that I've kind of put on the back burner to finish and close out this series that I'd like to get back to. And with the kids and everything, I really have about I've got about 2 hours a night to do stuff, and so it's about 14 hours a week to put toward putting out content for the channel and other things. So I've got to find a good medium to do to get done all the things I want to get done within those 14 hours. We'll just cut in front of that Bronco. Alright, let's see what we get for this load. So I've got something else lined up for snow removal on the third day of winter. I've got a brush that looks like it will do a lot better job. And the brush actually doesn't the brush doesn't move the snow, it actually deletes it. So it just flat out gets rid of it in front of you. So I'm thinking about just using the brush to kind of remove the snow if I need to. I saw it used on Ian Robinson's video a couple days ago, where he had it on the front of an NLD hook lift trailer truck, and he had a tipper on the back, hook lift tipper module on the back, and it kind of looked like a road plow, except it was a big brush on the front. So now it's getting dark, it's going to be a lot harder to shoot those wood chips in the tipper. But I would like to see if we can get one more load, get 4 loads of wood chips. Oops. Come on, let's get in here. Alright, let's see here. Oops, wrong way. Alright, see you later, Eli. Alright, let's get this pile over here. This also works better on a bigger tractor. Doesn't really have a horsepower requirement, but definitely feels like this tractor is a bit underpowered for this. Simply when I try to move, it doesn't drive around very quick. Alright, see you later, Fabio. And no rear lights makes this fun also on this tractor. Alright. Let's see if we can find the next pile that's worth picking up. Alright. So, looks like we might get 5 loads of wood chips. Yeah, I know it's not coming through very well, but it's a little brighter on my end, but not too much. like I've said for a while, seems like all the equipment that's cheap has horrible lights. Alright, that should fill it up. Got a log in the way. Almost had a horrible accident. Almost had a horrible accident, but anyway. Saved it. I'll see if I can get one more load. We got a couple big piles of wood chips, and then we will call it a stream, and then we will move into day 1 of winter. 6 days left after this. And if I sound excited, I am, because I want to see if we can get that $6 million figure. I think we have a pretty good chance at getting to $6 million if we do have $1 million in silage bales. That would put us at $5.5 million approximately. And I can guarantee you we got over $500,000 in land. This poor truck, we've got 26.5 operating hours on it. Let's see what we get for this load. Alright, 6,700, it's coming down. Let's see if we can't get one more load. It's 920. I don't know if we're going to be able to. By the time we get over there, get it loaded. Let's see how long it takes for us to get back. That way I know about how long we have to get over here. So guys, I wanted to mention again, I mentioned this a couple days ago, but the Mapper's Paradise crew has put a post over at FSUK, and I reposted it over at PCSG and over at the Three Dudes Gaming Network about a cancer charity map that they are putting together. and we'll be releasing at some point. And all the proceeds basically from the mod hub, because when you submit a map, or basically submit any mod to the Giants mod hub, you will get paid for downloads. I don't know what the pay rate is, but Giants will pay you per download. The higher the rating of the mod, the more they'll pay you. But basically what they are going to do is they're going to donate, or Giants has some vehicle to automatically donate. I'm not really sure on the exact mechanism here, but at any rate, the Mappers Paradise crew have stated that they will donate the proceeds of this charity map to one of, not maybe one of, but maybe to 4 different cancer research and care institutes. So I'm all in favor of that idea, and I wanted to spread the word. There's a post over at PCSG, there's a post over at FSUK all about it, and there's some screenshots of the map. So I assume it's at some stage of work in progress. But it's hard to say that there's probably isn't too many. There aren't too many folks or families out there that haven't been affected some way or another by cancer in their family. So it's a cause that hits home to many people. So I wanted to mention that, and I don't know when the map will be coming out, but there will be plenty of information, I'm sure, once it does. FSUK had a post today basically looking for interested YouTube folks that wanted to put their name in for early access of the map for the purpose of streaming and getting it out there as far as its publicity goes. And I put my name in the ring. So we'll have to see how that all works out. Now let's see here. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Let's go forward. See, when I try to go forward with the thing on, it doesn't really want to move. So if I turn the autoloader off, it moves a lot better. So I don't know how many horsepower this thing chews up. Come on, get out of the way. Alright, it is 10:30. I'm going to keep an eye on that clock. Oh, this wonderful pyramid of wood chips. Wait, where's the truck? There it is. Got lost. So this might fill her up. All right. So that's definitely going to fill that up. We're going to return the autoloader. We're going to return the trailer. And that's what, 5 loads of wood chips. That's a fair amount of wood chips. 57. So if that's 50,000, it's 100. That's 250,000 liters of wood chips that we had piled up here. So we're going to take this load back to the sawmill and sell it, and then we're going to return the trailer. And we're going to call it a stream. All right, Kyle, see you later. Thanks for the request to click the like button. Hey Sean, how are you doing? We need to do wood. We're going to run out of manure in our greenhouses tonight, but that's okay. We'll have to deal with that in the morning. And I'm thinking we actually probably only need to fill our greenhouses 2 more times. Because I'm figuring that if we fill our greenhouses on day 1 of winter, we'll probably have to fill them again on day 3 of winter. And then that'll probably be the last time we fill those. We'll sell our water tanker and our telehandler on the day 3 of winter. And then when our greenhouses basically run dry, if they run dry before the last day of the challenge, we'll just get rid of them. So from this point forward, it's going to be a slow process of just selling stuff off that we know we won't be using anymore. And we are going to be over 4.5 million right now. All right. So we sold that. We're going to return the trailer. And we don't have enough time to drive back, so we are going to save here. And welcome winter. And it is winter time, and our greenhouses are out of manure. Alright, so we're going to drive this on up to the shop. Actually, we're just going to drive this over to our greenhouses. And we're going to park it over there, and we're going to call it a stream. Alright, well that's cool, Northeast Rail. I'm glad that you'll be able to come in on the last 2 days of the stream. Our last 2 days of the challenge. All right. So we're just going to park this over here. I will probably forget where it is come tomorrow. Let's take a look at our finances here. Let's see what we drove the wood chip price down to. 117. We didn't drop it too bad. Alright, so we made 300,000 yesterday because we sold all of our grass making equipment. We also sold $40,000 in wood chips almost. So that's not too terrible much. We're at $4.5 million. That's not too terrible bad. Looks like we got full production out of our greenhouses before they ran out of manure, so that's good. So we're going to save here and quit out of the stream. And I want to thank everybody for watching again. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow on Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is -5 GMT, I think, for day 1 of winter. 6 days left. So tomorrow we'll be doing greenhouse work, and then we'll probably be getting some, we'll probably get our ergo and our log trailer, and we'll head up to the hills somewhere, do a little logging, and that's what we'll do for the first 2 days of winter. And then we're going to sell some bales for the 3rd day of winter, and play it all by ear from that point forward. So until next time, guys, happy farming.